Now, the former UBS banker who was deported from the UK after serving jail time for rogue trading in 2011, Adoboli, now he says he's happy to be home despite what he describes as the undignified manner in which he was removed from the UK. Mr. Adoboli was convicted for losing $2.3 billion of his company's funds. In an exclusive interview with JoyNews editor Israel Lai, he provides details of the deportation process and for the first time speaks about reports that he fought his deportation because Ghana was worse than being in a UK jail.
So, to get you on the plane, what they do is they, take off your seatbelt, get out the plane, and then remember at this point there's 5 guards that are escorting you. 5 people are going to escort you halfway around the world. So one of them, it's very, very physical. These are big people. One of them grabs one arm like this, the other one grabs the other hand, and one comes from behind, puts his hand just in the small of your back. They squeeze into you, then they march you up the back steps. So everyone has entered the front of the plane through the gangway. I get marched up very, very fast up the back of the plane into the back of the plane, and then the 2 back rows in the center are for us. So they stick me in the middle of 3. One man stands to my right, another man stands to my left, 3 across the front. There's a lady involved as well. So the other 3 stand in front. So now they're creating a shield so no one can see me. And I'm saying to them, listen, you need to let me call my lawyers, you need to let me call my parents, you need to let me call my girlfriend because they don't know what's happening. They don't know that I'm getting this Kenya Airways flight. The flight is about to go, tell me. They're like, don't worry, we'll let you call, we'll let you call. So at this point, I started to become very, very anxious, really agitated, because effectively, all I wanted to do was say goodbye. To say, just look, I'm sorry. I mean, I know the plane is about to go in 5 minutes. I just want to say goodbye. But they wouldn't let me. And I was like, I need to tell my dad because he needs to prepare to come and meet me. Please, let me use the phone. So my voice starts to rise and I start to get quite loud. The other passengers start to look. And at this moment, they realize if they don't give me the phone, it's going to become a problem. So they give me the phone and say, okay, call your dad. It's 5 minutes before the plane goes. So I call my dad really quickly. I'm sorry, Dad. The plane is about to leave. We're going via Kenya Airlines. We'll arrive in Accra about, 11:45 on Thursday in the morning. Now, and then before I gave them the phone back, I was like, I've got to quickly text. So I quickly texted my girlfriend and Pippa, my friend who I live with in Scotland. And I said, look, it's Kenya Airways, it's not Royal Air Maroc. And I think that's how the information got corrected in social media. So the plane took off and we got
so these guys, these 5 guys are with you on the plane?
Yes, so 5 people, 1 woman, 4 men. They sit with me the whole way, all the way to Nairobi. We change. They get on the flight from Nairobi to Accra. They fly to Accra. They get me to Accra, and then that's where they leave me. But 5 people to transport 1 human being like a piece of cargo. And their job is literally to show you physically that at no stage should you try and interfere with this process. Before we got on the plane, they came in and they said, listen, this information that we gave you got onto social media. Are you preparing to be violent on the plane? Are you preparing to disrupt the flight? Because let us warn you, the pilot has agreed no matter what happens, he's going to take you. And I said, look, I'm not a violent person. I've never been violent in my life. So then they said, well, are you going to be vocal? Because if you're vocal, that's still causing a disruption. We will be forced to use force. I was like, listen, I just want to get home in a dignified way. That's why I offered to leave myself once the legal process was done.
Well, you actually offered to leave.
We offered the Home Office. We said to them, look, once the legal process is complete, if it is not successful, we are happy to, I'll buy my own ticket, I'll get on a plane, and I will fly myself. Because I do not want this undignified exit. give us more time, and I will fly myself. I'll say goodbye properly, and I'll fly myself. Literally. I told them that in an email. My lawyer told them that in an email. I even said it on the radio last Saturday. And yet they wanted to have this happen on that day. I don't know why, but they forced it.
So you arrive at the Kotoka International Airport, and then what happens?
So I arrive, I get picked up by immigration staff, Ghana Immigration, and CID. They take me to the police headquarters. They ask me some questions, I fill in some forms. They tell me, oh, this is just process. I fill in some forms. Then I start to get agitated, right? Because I just want to go home. I just want to see my parents, my sisters, my family. I just want to. It's been such a vibe.
So it means your dad couldn't welcome you at the airport?
No, because they took me in a car around the back, away from the airport, straight to CID. So I'm now calling my dad and a friend from university who also lives here, works here. And
were you using your UK phone, or
I was using my UK phone.
We've got more on this in subsequent bulletins, and also on Joy News Prime this evening, the full part of that interview will be aired. It's now time for business news. Please stay.